Kardashian and Kanye West's child. It's a pretty extraordinary parenting structure.
What does it mean to be a cool mom in the Kardashian universe? Is it about giving your child the freedom to express themselves, or is it about surrendering your authority because you'd rather be their friend than their parent? This is the explosive question everyone is asking about Kim Kardashian right now, and it's all because of a single trip to Rome that ignited a parenting firestorm across the entire internet. The trigger was a series of paparazzi photos. Kim Kardashian and her 12-year-old daughter, Northwest, were spotted strolling through the streets of Italy. But no one was talking about the historic scenery. All the focus was on North. She was rocking long, bright blue braids, a black corset-style top, and a tiny denim miniskirt, an outfit that screamed high fashion but, to millions of viewers, whispered something far more concerning about a child growing up way too fast, way too publicly. The internet's reaction was instant and brutal.
A Northwest style. And many people are criticizing the parenting. I don't believe at all in people criticizing people's children. I don't care whose children they are. I don't care what they're wearing. I didn't like it when they did it with Blue Ivy. I didn't like it when they did it with Housewives. I haven't liked it when they did it with my own child. But people are talking about the parenting and what she's wearing. She's wearing a corset, but you can't really see anything. She's 12 years old. My daughter was saying that she doesn't agree with the expense of the items that she wears, the diamonds and the things like that. And my opinion is that she's Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's child. It's a pretty extraordinary parenting structure. Kim's parents are Kris Jenner, who was married to a man named Bruce Jenner, who transitioned into Caitlyn Jenner. So her stepdad transitioned into being her stepmom. Her biological father was the lawyer for the O.J. Simpson trial, representing O.J. They all are a strong family unit. They travel together, they work together, they seem to love each other. I certainly was raised by animals. So I don't know that you would expect Kim and Kanye's child to wear ordinary clothing. Believe me, if they shopped at TJ Maxx, you'd be criticizing that.
Social media platforms were flooded with comments, slamming Kim for being an irresponsible parent, for allowing her preteen daughter to dress in a way that was deemed wildly inappropriate for her age. The criticism wasn't just a few trolls. It was a wave of genuine outrage from people who felt Kim was failing to set basic boundaries. The situation became even more awkward when Kim appeared on Kai Cenat's chaotic livestream. When one of his friends casually asked how old North was, and Kim answered, 12, the man's face visibly dropped in shock. The uncomfortable silence that followed said everything. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered validation for everyone who thought the Rome look was too much. This wasn't a new criticism for Kim. For seasons on her own reality show, her sisters, especially Khloe, have called her out for being more of a friend than a mother to North. They've criticized her chaotic household, comparing it to their own more structured homes, and accused her of being too soft, of not knowing how to lay down the law. And in a stunning admission, Kim has openly agreed with them. She has confessed in interviews that she is a total pushover. She told Parents Magazine that she finds it incredibly hard to say no to her kids, that she'd rather just give in to their demands than deal with a tantrum. She literally called herself a pushover. The Rome incident wasn't an anomaly. It was a perfect example of a parenting philosophy that is now blowing up in her face. Just when the backlash over North's Rome outfit began to settle, a new detail emerged that sent the controversy into overdrive. Zoomed-in screenshots of North's hand revealed a dermal piercing on her finger. For many critics, this wasn't just a fashion accessory, it was a symbol of a complete lack of parental oversight. The internet erupted all over again, with parents and commentators alike calling the piercing inappropriate and unsafe for a 12-year-old. Adding fuel to the fire, a professional piercer from a renowned Los Angeles studio, Body Electric Tattoo, weighed in. He stated that their policy is to not perform dermal piercings on anyone under the age of 18, specifically because of the maturity and diligent aftercare required. He emphasized that a finger is a particularly problematic location, prone to snagging and potential tearing. This expert testimony transformed the online anger from mere opinion into a seemingly validated safety concern. The narrative was set. Kim wasn't just permissive, she was negligent. The question on everyone's mind was, which parent allowed this? The court of public opinion was divided. Some argued that Kanye West, despite his rants about protecting North from the Kardashian machine, is also a champion of unfiltered self-expression and might have sanctioned it. Others found it impossible to believe he would approve of something so closely tied to the adult image he claims to despise. This debate only deepened the mystery and the drama, but one thing was clear. Kim Kardashian was facing the brunt of the blame, her pushover reputation making her the easiest target. Amidst the chaos, a surprising voice rose to Kim's defense, Real Housewives star Bethenny Frankel. In a passionate monologue on her podcast, Frankel argued that children should be off-limits for public criticism, regardless of who their parents are. She made a compelling point. North West is the child of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, raised in an extraordinarily famous and unconventional family. To expect her to have a normal childhood or style, Frankel argued, is naive. This defense sparked its own heated debate, splitting the internet into two camps: those who believed in shielding North from public scorn, and those who believed Kim's parenting choices were a valid topic for discussion because she herself had made her children public figures. The debate over Kim's parenting choices reached a fever pitch, becoming a microcosm of a much larger cultural conversation about fame, childhood, and the boundaries of public scrutiny. On one side, critics argued that Kim's admission of being a pushover was not a harmless personality quirk but a serious failure of parental responsibility. They pointed to the Rome outfit and the piercing as evidence of a household with no rules, where a child's whims are instantly indulged to avoid conflict. This camp believes that parenting, especially under the glaring public eye, requires setting firm boundaries to provide a sense of safety and normalcy, something they feel North is being denied. The expert opinion from the professional piercer served as a cornerstone for this argument, lending an objective, safety-based gravitas to what might otherwise be dismissed as mere moralizing. It transformed the criticism from, "I don't like that outfit," to "this is actively irresponsible," a much more powerful and damaging accusation. Conversely, the defense, led by voices like Bethenny Frankel, made a case for context. Frankel's argument was fundamentally about the unique ecosystem of the Kardashian West family. To expect North West, the daughter of two of the most famous and controversial figures of the 21st century, to have a conventional upbringing is to ignore reality. Her life is by definition extraordinary. Her access to wealth, fashion, and the machinations of fame is unparalleled. In this view, a corset in Rome or a daring piercing is not a sign of neglect but an inevitable expression of the environment she was born into. This perspective frames the public outrage as naive and somewhat hypocritical, asking why a child is being subjected to the same vicious scrutiny usually reserved for adults. The defense forces an uncomfortable question. Are people truly worried about North's well-being, or are they simply seizing an opportunity to judge Kim Kardashian for yet another reason? This division highlights the impossible position of raising children in the spotlight, where every choice is polarizing and there is no consensus on what constitutes good parenting. While Kim battled parenting criticism, another drama erupted within the Kardashian empire, one that threatened the foundation of the family's public image. Rumors swirled that the seemingly unshakable relationship between matriarch Kris Jenner and her longtime partner, Corey Gamble, was on the brink of collapse. The speculation ignited after several public appearances where their body language seemed off, including a moment at a Beyoncé concert where cameras caught Kris walking away from a seemingly frustrated Corey. The gossip intensified during Jeff Bezos' lavish wedding in Italy, where sources claimed Kris wanted to travel separately from Corey on a water taxi, sparking whispers of a frosty rift and even talk of financial negotiations behind the scenes. For weeks, fans speculated that the couple's decade-long relationship had finally run its course, with many assuming Corey's role as a supportive partner had reached its expiration date. However, in true Kardashian fashion, the narrative flipped dramatically. TMZ reported that not only were Kris and Corey still together, but they were allegedly laughing off the breakup rumors from the comfort of their shared home. Sources close to the couple emphasized that they remained happy and strong, dismissing the idea of any separation as pure fiction. The financial speculation was particularly amusing to them. Both have independent wealth, and the notion of Corey seeking a payout was deemed outrageous. To silence the gossip mill once and for all, Kris and Corey staged a classic Kardashian move, a coordinated public appearance. They stepped out arm in arm at a high-profile gala in Los Angeles, all smiles and clearly united, sending a powerful message that their bond was stronger than any tabloid rumor. This wasn't just a couple. It was a business partnership that had successfully weathered countless storms, and they weren't about to let internet gossip dictate their reality. The contrast between these two storylines is stark. On one hand, Kim represents a certain chaos, a parent struggling to maintain control in the face of her child's growing independence and public scrutiny. On the other, Kris exemplifies ultimate control, a master of narrative who can shut down rumors with a single smiling photo. This duality is the engine of the Kardashian brand, the careful balance between relatable turmoil and unshakable power. Kim's struggles with North make her human and generate endless conversation, while Kris's steadfast relationship provides a sense of stability and order to the family's sprawling empire. Together, they create a perfect ecosystem of drama and resolution, ensuring that there is always something to talk about, whether it's a child's piercing or a matriarch's love life. In the end, both narratives serve the same purpose: to keep the world watching, debating, and utterly captivated by every move they make. If you live for the hottest tea and the deepest dives, your next stop is simple. Subscribe to Hot Sip. We serve up the freshest, most unfiltered celebrity gossip daily. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. The drama never stops at Hot Sip, where the tea is always fresh.